peace, everyone. May you find this message well. I am returning home from a little solo self-care trip that I did. I'm gonna call it a self-care retreat, and this was popping. I found a cute Airbnb. My goal was to be in a space where I could feel safe, alone, and I can be in nature. I can kind of, turn off electronics, turn off everything, and I can just reconnect with myself, be in nature, be in the sun. So it didn't go every way as planned. I forgot that I did have a healing circle that I had to facilitate this weekend. So I actually really did need my laptop on, and I was on my cell phone a little more than I expected, just because I was in the woods alone. But this was such an amazing weekend. This is the final weekend of Ramadan 2022 as well. And I thought it was significant that I was just scheduling wise, this became the weekend that I was doing this, but it was extremely significant. Kind of like my Ramadan. For my Ramadan, I am nursing, little journey, but so I'm not fasting and I needed to drink water throughout the day, but my goal was to stay away from the sweets and stay away from fast foods and to work on cooking more every day, and also to those two. So that was my goal for Ramadan, and I wanted that, number one, because of weight, but also just as a form of discipline. I needed to discipline myself in a way that was good for me while I'm nursing. 1 meal a day. So I started 1 meal a day again because of this, which has been wonderful. So I made a goal before Ramadan to get back to my weight that I was before I became pregnant, and I'm actually under the weight I was before I became pregnant. So God is good, and it's not just about the weight. I feel better. I feel like because I'm not constantly eating, or I'm not constantly on sweets, and I'm not bogged down by the oil of fast food, I feel that I can finally hear myself again. That's the best way for me to explain it. I feel like I can reconnect with myself, and that I'm no longer blocked. Like, I feel like the food was a physical blockage for what spiritually was blocking me in a way. So because I physically stopped blocking my body, I spiritually stopped blocking Allah, God, the creator, my source. And I have been feeling great. So something told me to do this weekend, take a break. I'm a caretaker for my grandma, my husband's grandma, who's 94, and of course I'm a mom. So something told me to leave the house, go be with yourself, because I haven't done that in a while, and I tend to put myself last, as I'm sure a lot of women, and especially black women, are used to doing. I didn't even realize I got into the habit of doing this. So this weekend was great. I went to Clarksville, Maryland, an absolutely beautiful Airbnb. It was decorated. The owner is an artist, so she decorated it with beautiful antiques and art that I'm assuming she created. Just within the woods, so it was green, nature everywhere, and I was right down the street from a nature preserve. So I took the day after I arrived, I took that day to just be in the nature preserve. I went around 7 a.m. and I stayed there till 12 p.m. And in there, I was just walking. I had my camera, which I have not done in forever. I have not taken my camera out to just take pictures in a long time, and that's something that I love to do. So it's a shame, but I was able to do it. I was capturing nature the way that I wanted to. I just felt great. My body felt great. I felt strong again, because my body has been feeling as if it can't support itself sometimes. So now I'm feeling strong. I was able to get into the sun. I recorded a podcast while out in nature. I sat by a stream. I avoided this creepy man that was around. But it was beautiful. And I journaled. The key thing is that I wrote and I journaled the entire time. And in my journaling, I reconnected with me. Like I didn't even realize that I needed to, and I asked myself the question throughout the weekend, who am I? And it was actually difficult to answer video about this, but I answered that throughout the weekend. And it brought me back to my childhood, and it made me realize that I have not been being myself.
Welcome to Delaware.
Thank you. I have not been being myself. I have not allowed myself to even care for myself. And you can see it in my face. You can see it in my nails, which are usually long and done. You can see it in the way that I dress myself up. You can see it in a lot of things that I have not been being myself.
Quarter mile, keep left at the fork to stay on I-95 North.
Or giving attention and care to myself. So this self-care retreat that I did was absolutely important, absolutely beautiful. Maybe I'll make more videos about it, but I just wanted to say I am very
left at the fork
proud
to
of
stay
myself.
on I-95 North.
I am very proud of myself. I am very happy, and I'm grateful to Allah that I was able to do this and that He gave me the idea.
Continue on I-95 North for 1.5 miles.
Okay, GPS. And that He gave me the idea to do this because it was much needed. It was very necessary. And I suggest that if you are feeling just not yourself, take some time out. My goal too is to begin to take what I explored within myself and put it into my everyday daily life. So I don't have to leave my family and my husband and my baby and my grandma. I don't have to leave them in order to feel this. I want to be able to walk with this type of heaven that I feel every single day. So that's my prayer, is that I'll be able to take this into everyday life. And it's a self-work. I realize that I have a lot of work to do on myself, with myself, within myself. So this self-work, I'm taking the journey. I'm on it. And yeah, I'm going to be more intentional in my journey and my self-work for myself and my self-improvement. I have to mention that this weekend, also, Kehlani's brand new album, Blue Water Road, dropped. And she's one of my favorite artists because every single one of her songs is a form of self-reflection in such a poetic and artistic way. And I've been rocking with her since her mixtapes way back then. But she, in listening to her album through the weekend, like it is exactly what I needed, because it was all about love. It was all about rediscovering of the self, recognizing who she is in the moment, recognizing the mistakes that she's made in the past, who she thought she was, and who she actually is. It's just beautiful. It's nice that an artist can display this type of self-reflection and self-work in the artistic, poetic way that she does to get you to vibe with it as well. So that album, I must say, was also a very important piece of this, because it helped me to think more about certain things like my femininity and my story and my experience of my father leaving me and what that did to my femininity, what it is doing, and my concepts behind it. I'll make a video, but I even view femininity as weakness in certain ways, and that makes me portray myself in certain ways, and that's not even really who I am. So there's just a lot of self-work, but I'm definitely grateful for that album dropping, because it's been on repeat and I'm about to play it right now. So that's all. I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you for listening. If you listen through this, peace, everyone. You're invited to the Wellness Cypher. Who am I? My name is Atiya J, and I'm a certified life coach and certified healing circle facilitator. And my experience has helped me to come up with the idea of the Wellness Cypher. So I will be co-facilitating with my sister Brianna X, aka the Brave Producer. Follow her. And we are going to bring Black people together, men and women. We're bringing us together so that we can heal. It is my belief that all of us face challenges because life ordained it. However, all of those different challenges are usually the same set of problems. So if we tackle those problems together, we are building community, and we're going to heal, and we're going to grow a lot faster. Because if I bounce ideas off of you and you bounce something back to me, then we're working together, we're trusting each other, and we're also growing, and we get new ideas. So it's not only a burden on us, but we reach out and spread that burden through our community. So I invite you all to the Wellness Cypher. It's on Clubhouse and it's on Zoom. Check out the flyer, and I'll see you there. Peace.